These Croatian firefighters were watching the penalty shootout at the 2018 World Cup between Croatia and Russia when this happened. Just as the last penalty is about to be taken, the emergency alarm sounds and they drop everything to do their duty. Sprinting to their equipment, the firemen suit up, and within seconds, they're out the door and on their way, sadly missing the match-winning penalty, sending Croatia to the World Cup semifinals.
Guy told me one time, don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner. Now, if you're on me and you gotta move when I move, how do you expect to keep a marriage?
Well, that's an interesting point. What are you, a monk?
I have a woman.
What do you tell her?
I tell her I'm a salesman.
So then if you spot me coming around that corner, you're just gonna walk out on this woman? Not say goodbye?
That's the discipline.
Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kahak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Sincere shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. I don't have an official title for this video, but you know, the two clips that you just watched, okay, that should give you an indicator of what this lesson is going to be about. This lesson is going to be centered around having a mentality to leave this world behind. You know what I'm saying? At a moment's notice, whenever the Lord requires you to level up, whenever the Spirit of the Lord pushes you in a certain direction, you got to move with it. Okay. Now, what you just watched was two clips. The first clip was where firefighters that were watching a football game, and you could tell they was excited to see the game. But as soon as they heard that trumpet, as soon as duty calls, okay, they dropped everything at that moment and reported for duty. And when I seen that, I thought it was very spiritual, and I thought that that was a good lesson to I thought that video would make for a good lesson, because you can apply that mentality in its truth. All right, we're living in some dark, twisted times right now, and at this point, man, with everything going on in politics and World War III and civil unrest, with everything that's going on with that, okay, this this chaos can happen any day now, man. America is gonna be flipped upside down. The American society is gonna be in disarray any day now, man. Okay, and this is why the Lord has been prepping our minds to not have any attachments to this world, just like you seen in the second clip. You know what I'm saying? With Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in the movie Heat. Robert De Niro, okay, when you watch the movie, Al Pacino was a detective. Robert De Niro was a drug dealer, right? And Robert De Niro was pretty much breaking down his motto, okay, his lifestyle philosophy that, don't get too attached to anything that you can't break away from within 30 seconds. You see? And then you had Al Pacino ask him about his woman. Okay, but what about your woman? You love her. So if she wants you to stay, are you gonna stay? Are you still just gonna run off if duty calls? And he said, yeah, I'm still gonna stick to the code. I'm still going to You know, I'm still going to stick to the code. I'm still going to, you know, keep that mentality of I can't get attached to anything. Okay. At all costs, man. All right. And, you know, a lot of brothers ain't going to want to hear this because it's a touchy subject. But yeah, even dealing with your family. All right. Dealing with your worldly family, your family members, your kids. Now, you know, we love our kids. We love our family. Right. And I'm not telling you that, you know, in that day, you know, you should just look forward to just leaving your kids behind and, well, fuck you then. And, you know, I'm walking with the Lord. I don't need y'all no more. Nah, hey, the Lord might have it to where your family is with you. Your household is with you. But, you know, the Lord might put you on a path to where, you know, you might not be with your family, man. You know, they might be on the other side of the city and it's all out chaos. You see? And you might not be able to get to them. All right. So, yeah, you got to keep that in mind, man. And this is why you got to develop this mentality that I'm talking about right here of, you know, being able to detach yourself from this world, man. Okay, from these worldly affairs. All right, because at the end of the day, all right, the Lord has us on a mission. We're on a mission here. All right, and regardless of you know, your circumstances, we have to complete this mission at all costs, man. You know. That means that we're going to lose our jobs. If that means that we're going to lose our livelihood, our family, you know, you got to be willing to do that. You got to be willing to make that sacrifice, man. Okay. So that's what those two clips should put you in remembrance of, man. That when duty calls, okay, be ready to move with no questions asked. That's what the Lord is looking for. All right. That's how a soldier of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, okay, is going to move in these latter days. All right. You'll be one with the Spirit. OK, but that mentality, it starts now, man. All right. OK. The Lord will put certain tests, certain trials in front of your face to see if you're still attached to this world. You know, might be still attached to money. You might be still attached to you know, your girlfriend and your future with your girlfriend. You know, what type of future you can develop with your girlfriend. You might still be attached to pleasure. You might still be attached to getting a good job. You see, the Lord will put you through those tests and those trials. All right. Not to condemn you, but to sharpen you up. OK. And to show you that, look, you need to work on this area. All right. Because when the Lord shuts the lights out, out here. All right. You're going to have to apply everything that you learned. OK. You're going to have to apply everything that you learned, man. And you're going to have to stay calm and resilient in the face of danger, man. OK. That's a strong mentality, man, that needs to be developed. All right. At this period of time right now. OK. So whatever attachments you brothers out there, even you women that believe in this truth, whatever attachments y'all got, okay, you need to start shedding it off. All right. You need to start shedding it off and looking towards the future. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some scriptures. I only got 2 scripts because I didn't plan on making this video long at all. This is 2nd Esdras 16 and 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." Okay. Now, when you go into the lifestyle of a pilgrim, okay, a pilgrim is basically someone that they camp out wherever they can. You see, they live a lifestyle similar to a nomad, to where you just camp out wherever you can, and you might be here for a season, you might be there for a season. Okay. The Lord is basically saying that when these evils start to arise, this is the mentality that you need to harness, a pilgrim mentality. All right. When you get some free time, go on Google and look up some articles and some information about pilgrims and just their day-to-day lifestyle. Okay, pilgrims, all right, are never in one place for long. Okay, they're moving here, they're moving there, they're moving all over the place. Okay, and that's how the Spirit of the Lord is going to have us in that day. So you got to get comfortable with that now. You got to get comfortable with your current living situation, switching from here to there. Your finances fluctuating up and down. You see, for one season you might have a girlfriend and you might be able to release that sexual tension, and then for another season you might be single, and the Lord keeps you away from being in a relationship with a woman. Okay, that's how it is in this truth. You're kind of gonna be all over the place when it comes down to your lifestyle, because you're moving in the Spirit. All right, when you come to serve the Lord, you're no longer in control. I mean, you were never in control even when you was in the world, but now, since you're really in the truth, you're involved in the ministry. Now the Lord is keeping a special watch over you now. Now a lot more is expected of you than the average nigga that just run around the city all day smoking blunts. Okay, the Lord is going to make sure you're on point. Okay, and the mentality to ensure that you stay on point with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is having a pilgrim mentality. All right, having a pilgrim mentality. Okay, when I was in the world, okay, because just to give you a short backstory, when I was in the world, right before I came into the truth, I was homeless and I was living in my car. You see, I was living in my car, and that was right before I came into the truth. And when I was living in my car, I thought I was a complete loser. I felt bad for myself. Just that low self-esteem, because of like, damn, I'm living in my car. What the hell did I do wrong in my life to where I'm at this point where I'm living in my car? But then not too long after that, I came into the truth, and my first 2 years in the truth, I was still living in my car. The Lord actually blessed me with a truck, and that truck, in that truck, I was able to lay the seats down. You could kind of, brothers know if you know what I'm talking about, you could lay them seats down, and you could kind of create like a bed in the truck, like you can lay down as if like you're in a bed. You see? So I was doing that for 2 years, and you know what? I never complained. Once I came into the truth, I complained before I came into the truth, but about living in my car. But once I came into the truth and I got the understanding, I never complained. To this day, I never complained. I just took it like a good soldier. And, you know, I recognize that, you know what, this is the path that the Lord got me on, you know, and now that I'm, you know, more mature in the spirit, you know, I see why the Lord put me through that trial of having me live in my car for the first 2 years. You see, it was to develop a pilgrim mentality. You see, to develop a mentality that nothing is promised in this society, and to not get attached to anything, man. So now I don't live in my car. I actually live somewhere, you know, a legitimate place. And because I went through that, now even though I live somewhere and I'm doing better than I was when I first came into the truth, I still have that mentality, you know. I still have that mentality that, you know, I could be here or there, you know. It's like something don't let me just get comfortable with whatever situation I'm in. I don't have that. I don't have that mentality to just lay down all day and get comfortable and be like, yeah, this is the life. Because this ain't life. This is hell. Okay? And the sooner you accept that, all right, the more you're going to be looking towards getting the hell out of here. Okay? And you're going to be willing to do whatever it takes. And sometimes whatever it takes could mean losing everything. But the Lord is watching how you respond to when you lose everything. You see? Let's go ahead and get this last one right here. This is Mark 13, and we're going to start at verse 34. Mark 13 and 34. It says, "For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch." Yeah, because we're on a watch, man. All right. All right. Hey, at this point, with all this psychotic shit going on, all right, you should be anticipating things like World War III. You should be anticipating civil war just to happen in these streets at any given time. You see? That's how you know you're keeping a good watch. All right? And knowing that, you know, things like that are getting ready to happen in this society, does that sound like this is the time to get comfortable and develop deep attachments to the things in this world? Okay? One of the attachments you brothers really need to watch out for, man, is these damn women. Okay? You brothers really need to watch that shit, man. For real. All right? Because it's a woman worship spirit going on right now, man. Okay? And you might not even know that you've been entangled with that shit. Okay? Watch how you deal with these women, man. And don't be cupcaking with these women to the point to where, you know, you start looking, you know, because a woman is women are worldly, right? So when you're with a woman, okay, she's going to say worldly shit like, yeah, babe, maybe in 5 years we can go to this cruise. You know, you might have kids with her and she talking about, yeah, you know, when our child turns 7 years old, I want to put him in soccer. You know? And you can feed into that shit, man. You'll end up feeding into that shit and be like, maybe 5 years from now, maybe, that's not a bad idea. You see? And then you start formulating your life based on what you and your woman established. You know, some carnal aspirations in the future. That's not going to happen, more than likely. You see? So yeah, man, watch what you give too much energy into, man. Right? Pay attention what you give your energy to, man. All right. We all have our our hobbies and shit that we like to do for pleasure, but I mean, you shouldn't get that much into it to where you start to neglect your posts, neglect your duty as a man of the Lord. And one of your duties is what I just read, watching, paying attention. You see? Verse 35, it says, "Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even or at midnight or at the cock crowing or in the morning." You see? And that's what those firemen were doing. When you pay attention to that video, even though they was watching that game, they was still on high alert. You see, and they was still ready. They were ready. Okay. Apparently firefighters, when they hear that alarm, they got to be out the door within like 30 seconds. They got to put on all their gear and be out the door with, in like 30 seconds to a minute. All right. So yeah, they got to be ready at all times, man. They got to be ready in they sleep. They got to be ready while they eat. They got to be ready while they watch TV. Okay. So how much more the men of the Lord, man? Okay. When it comes down to this gospel, man. All right. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay. Because the Lord is going to come back like a thief in the night. Okay. Chaos is going to happen like a thief in the night. And you don't want to be caught with your pants down, man, looking stupid. You nervous. Brothers around you are cool, calm, and collective, ready to embark on the new phase of on the next phase of this thing. But as soon as your situation get a little rattled, you start getting nervous and start to lose faith. That's because you wasn't watching. That's because you didn't gird up your loins and you didn't prepare your mind to endure hardship. Okay. Verse 36, it says, "Lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping." If those firemen, if they was all asleep, okay, and they didn't hear that alarm, right? Then whatever tragedy that happened, it would have been blamed on them. You see? So yeah, you can't be spiritually asleep out here, man. All right, you got to be ready to move forward with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's agenda at any given time, man. No questions asked. All right. Because when we get to the promised land, all right, when we get salvation, okay, none of this shit is going to matter anyways, man. You see? So you might as well put all your eggs in this basket, okay, and bet on the big reward here, man. All right? Shalom, shalom.